Hey, everybody. Hope you're doing well. I recently had a request that came in and said, talk a little bit about the increase of interest rates. We have seen the Feds consistently raise interest rates. And so how does that affect us as entrepreneurs and small businesses? And so looking at the increase of interest rates, the increase of borrowing cost is something that is critical. But what do I mean by that? As a result of borrowing money, the cost of money costs more. And so whereas interest rates may have been in the sixes, now they may be 4 or 5% higher. And as a result of that cost of borrowing money, it takes away from the revenue that you would actually receive. So when looking at borrowing cost, we need to, as entrepreneurs and small businesses, factor that into our revenue structure, factor that into our profit and loss statement, because the cost of borrowing money is a lot more. Next, we look at the reduction of consumer spending. When borrowing costs are high, typically we see a reduction in consumer spending. Well, what does that mean? That people may not be buying as many candles. They may not be buying as many wigs. They may not be splurging on different luxury items. They may allow certain subscriptions to go null and void. And so the reduction of that is critical. Another piece that we also see is the impact on variable cost. What do I mean by variable cost? I mean those credit cards, those lines of credit, anything when it comes to debt that's attached to a variable cost, a variable rate, means that as interest rates rise, so does that variable rate. And so you may be in a position where you put a piece of equipment on a variable cost loan, a variable loan, and that interest rate may have been at one place at one time, which resulted at a certain payment. But now as a result, every time that rate goes up, not only does your rate goes up, but the actual payment goes up. So you could easily be in a position now where you bought a piece of equipment on a variable loan. And as a result of buying that piece of equipment, your payment may have doubled. If you're not aware of that, I would advise you to take the time to really look, because let's talk a little bit deeper. Let's talk about cash flow. If I'm in a situation where all of my costs are rising, but my rates, my fees, everything is staying the same, and my costs are rising, in essence, my cash flow is decreasing. And so when we look at everything rising, when it talks about the cost of money, inflation, things of that nature, it may be a good time as an entrepreneur to take a look at your pricing structure. And so real quick, I just wanted to come and just talk about some of the effects of interest rates rising and how we as entrepreneurs and small businesses need to adjust and not make excuses. I hope this was helpful. Feel free to continue to DM me. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. My hope is that we're creating a competent and confident community that allows us to move forward with growing, expanding, and scaling our businesses. Be blessed.